exactly where a lion will want to bite him. So he literally has a target on his back, which tells the females just from the simple fact that he's still alive,
Hi, Katya.
he must be pretty tough. He hasn't got eaten yet, so he would be a good choice for a mate. He'd have some good genes to pass on to the next generation. And that's called the handicap principle. You see that in many kinds of animals. The males actually will handicap their chances of survival to prove their toughness and enhance their chances of reproduction. Reproduction is what we're all about here at the Wild Animal Park. We're a breeding facility. Probably the animals are most famous for breeding here are different kinds of rhinoceros. You can see taking a little nap. One of our younger rhinos here on the right side. His name is Below. He's just about 6 or 7 months old. Right in there. And right now, but his mom's keeping watch over him. Her name is Lindsay. The black rhino is the smaller of the two African rhino flavors, white and black. They eat mostly leaves. So if you look at her face, you can see her upper lip kind of moves around. It's triangular. She actually can grab things with it. So she can pluck leaves down from bushes and low-hanging trees. That's what black rhinos eat. In that kind of habitat, there's a lot of cover, so her baby can hide. She doesn't really want to give away where it is, so she's a very solitary animal. She doesn't want a bunch of other rhinos around. Doesn't really appreciate company, so especially when she has a calf like that, our black rhinos live by themselves. In fact, not even the male, the father of that calf is not allowed in there right now for his own safety. He'll go up to fight. Most of our other animals, though, like all the antelope we just saw, are more social, so they need some more space. They can make bigger groups. Try to give them all the space they need here in our field exhibits. Here's our largest one on the left, and you can see it stretches from here across the water hole and all the way to those hills against that cloudy sky over there. Between here and there, over 100 acres of open space. It's about the same size as the entire San Diego Zoo. So the animals have a lot of freedom. They can move around in different kinds of habitat. The water hole here, very good place to get a drink, of course, but also full of fish. So very popular among our fishing birds, like the great white pelicans there on the island. Right above the pelicans, you can see some birds that don't really eat fish, but they like the island too for a different reason. Those are vultures called Western Ruppel's vultures. See the brown and white birds there above the pelicans. And they like the island because it's a safe place they can build a nest. So they know that they can make a nest there and will be protected by the water that surrounds the island. We actually have 2 active vulture nests right now on the island. Hopefully some new vultures pretty soon. There's already 10 of them on the island, so it's a little crowded, but we can always use more. We're always looking for more babies. Every year between 300 and 500 new baby animals are born or hatched right here in the park. In the wild, that's balanced out by animals dying. But here, that doesn't happen as often because we don't have any predators out here with the rest of the animals. They have a balanced diet that we feed them, and also they have veterinarians to take care of them. So eventually we would run out of space. Birth rate is so much higher than our death rate, although we do send animals to other zoos. And also, there are a few species that we don't much might see today, but we actually breed here and later return back to their natural habitat in the wild. The condor, we won't do that on our journey to Africa.
Little rhinos?
California, but we've been reintroducing that back to the wild very successfully now since the late 90s. Condors are very large birds, but the largest of all birds is the ostrich. You can see. So of those off to our left, just past these palm trees on the left, you will see the ostriches. 2 of them. There's several more that we might be able to see later. They are the world's largest birds, standing as high as 9 feet tall, the largest ones, and also possibly weigh up to 300 pounds, the biggest ostriches. These are probably a little smaller than that. But still very, very tall, so they can use their height to look around and see what's going on around them. They've got excellent eyesight, taking advantage of that height. In fact, they say ostrich eyes are actually larger than their brains. So not the smartest of birds, but they do have excellent eyesight. Much better than most other animals out there. You see all those herds of antelope on the hillside over there, many different kinds. We'll get a good look at them later on. We have a little herd right over here of antelope called springbok. There's these little tan guys here. They have a white belly and a black stripe on each side. This is the springbok, the national animal of South Africa. These are all boys over here. There's 8 males around this area. No girls over here. And why are these 8 boys living somewhere in this enclosure with no females? Well, there are many other females around, but the problem for these guys is they are guarded by our dominant male. And he doesn't like these boys to come anywhere near them, so every time they get too close, he chases them away. Now, that's not very safe for them to be by themselves. If they can't live with that big herd, they're more likely to get eaten. So, they need a herd. The top speed of a white rhino is actually close to 40 miles an hour. Here comes some more, so you get ready for more to come. They can move along real quick. The fastest human sprinters, Olympic sprinters, they have a top speed of about 23 miles an hour. So looking at some 3-ton or 2 to 3-ton animals here that can out sprint Usain Bolt or Carl Lewis or any of those really fast humans. Maybe not quite as long. They can do it only for a very short distance, but long enough where you don't want to be in front of them. That's Chuck right there. The females are trotting around, and he is trotting after them. The male, the other 2 that just came by first are girls. More water buck moving along the hill above the rhinos there. So all kinds of African animals that are living here in our park in San Diego together, more or less peacefully. Now we couldn't operate a park like this or do the conservation that we do in about 7 countries around the world without your support. General admission and memberships are the 2 largest sources of income that we have. So just by being here today on this rainy Monday, you've done your part to protect these animals and other ones like them around the world. So I want to thank you all for your support. Couldn't do any of this without you. We're now approaching Simba Station, beginning and end of our journey. Simba is also a Swahili word. In Swahili, that word means lions. You can see why we call our station that. Look up to the right. A couple of our lionesses there. Female lions. The closer one that's a little darker but smaller, that's Oshana, and her bigger sister is Mina. They're pretty much best friends. A little disagreements from time to time, as all sisters do, but they're very close. And that's what you'll see in a pride of lions. A lot of females that are related, so sisters and daughters and mothers, aunts and nieces. Together, they stay together for a long time. Because they're related, they have an incentive to help each other protect their cubs. So they cooperate to guard the cubs. Another very important member of the pride, of course, is the male, and he is actually primarily responsible for defending the pride, but is not related to the females. The males are expected to come and go every couple of years. Different males will come in and take over. So the males and females have different roles to play in the lion society. We're back at Simba Station, so as soon as I come to a stop, please exit to the right side, walk up towards the front. I'll be in the front. If you have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. Once again, my name is Mike. Thanks again for coming out, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.